Modern strategy remains obsessed with the data is the new oil trope. We focus on server farms and digital bandwidth as primary drivers of power. But human hydration is a biological constant that cannot be digitized or simulated. It exists outside the reach of the virtual world. The true battleground of 2026 is physical. It is the bedrock of survival that data cannot replace. Ignoring the physical control of water while chasing digital dominance creates a fatal blind spot for any civilization. Water scarcity is a deliberate architectural choice. Framing it as a mere act of nature hides the infrastructure actually dictating the flow. In this landscape, water is an engineered asset. The physical valves and the software that opens them define the functional integrity of every nation downstream. Rivers have been transformed into liquid interfaces, proprietary assets, managed by upstream algorithms to ensure biological and economic compliance. Major global river systems like the Mekong, the Nile, and the Brahmaputra have been fully integrated into national security architectures. Building a megadam installs a geopolitical interface. This is the birth of Upstream Hegemony. The hardware allows for total regulation of the seasonal pulse, and upstream power can hold back silt and water exactly when the downstream planting season begins. This manipulation deactivates the agricultural output of neighboring societies, creating an immediate logical rupture in their economies. The downstream nation falls into an entropy debt. They must exhaust their capital and drain finite groundwater reserves to compensate for the missing flow. By dictating the volume and velocity of a river through automated hardware, an upstream power controls the biological terms of existence for millions. This use of gravity as a lever provides a level of regional control that traditional kinetic weapons struggle to match. This friction is visible at the sub-bureaucratic level within India, where disputes over the Krishna or Kaveri rivers define state relations. These legal battles over Cusacks are actually struggles for infrastructural leverage, control over the hardware that secures a state's future. We can track this small signal through real-time satellite telemetry and smart grid sensors. A hardware manipulation upstream triggers an immediate failure in the agricultural logic of the delta regions hundreds of miles away. The survival of the local farmer now depends on the hardware integrity of distant dams rather than the natural arrival of the monsoon. Economic survival is tethered to the entity that physically operates the control valves. The current global architecture of water distribution is dangerously centralized. This hollow grid uses massive projects, creating a single point of failure. It promises stability but maintains inherent vulnerability. A centralized system invites an infrastructural lockdown. If the primary node closes, the entire dependent population is effectively switched off. Reliance on this grid makes a nation a tenant on a landscape where the landlord controls the master tap. Survival requires us to become primary architects. We must move away from weaponized rivers and toward resilient, decentralized hardware. This involves building independent, modular systems, deploying atmospheric water generators, setting up decentralized desalination along the coast, and implementing smart aquifer recharge. These technologies form a hydrological firewall. It is a distributed network that bypasses the restricted rivers of the old grid. Diversifying the hardware of hydration ensures a community's independent survival and protects the physical spinal cord of our civilization. In 2026, the true form of independence that matters is providing a glass of water without asking permission from an upstream valve.